What is up, guys? Welcome back to yet again another Visualize History and Lore video. Today we have an installation video for one of my favorite mods ever, for one of my favorite game series ever, and that is a Total War series. Today we are going to learn to install a mod for Napoleon Total War. This mod is the ACW, or the American Civil War mod. This changes Napoleon Total War to American Civil War, obviously. It's pretty self-explanatory. This mod is made by Slick Minionworks, and he's done a great job making an amazing mod here. As you can see, we have 60 battle maps, 30 historical scenarios, and over 4,000 unique regiments, up to 6 players for custom battle. This mod is absolutely amazing. You want this mod, I already know. Alright guys, real quick post editing note for before we get started here. This is a longer video. This is the baby walkthrough video to show you step by step, explanation by explanation for every little thing on how to install this mod. Perfection, to the absolute perfection. The worst of people, who have never even opened the Files Explorer should be able to install this if they follow this correctly. For those who want to get to the juicy stuff, get to the things quicker, exactly where to go, where to install it, and get on here, I'll leave timestamps down below to help you all get through it faster. But for those who don't, make sure to stick along and follow me to a T. Thank you guys. Now to start off, there's going to be some essential things. You need to stick close to me. You need to understand what I'm saying. You need to follow my every word. Alright? We want to make sure we eliminate all variables possible. Make sure you have the best installation experience and get it right the first time and not spend hours trying to get it right later because you went off on some wacky stuff. Now, there are 3 things you're going to need. 100% need. You need the mod itself. You're going to come to this description that will be down to this link that will be down in the description below. You're then going to click Files. You're then going to click ACW 2.5 right here. You're then going to click Download. This will pop up, and eventually it will pop up down here with the download. And if it does not, you can go ahead and click that, and it will manually do it. You'll then need a uncompressor, I guess you can say. It's a program that uncompresses files. People who put really big files online will compress them all into one folder, so it's super easy to download. You put them in, then you use a program to uncompress it. It's just an easier, better way to get a shit ton of files around. The best thing you most likely will use is WinRAR or 7-zip or something like that. This link here will be in the description. You're going to go ahead and click English 64-bit. You're going to download it. Go through this installation process. Is very, very straightforward, and this is something you don't have to pay for. It is 100% free and great to use. You can't go wrong. And that will get the job done for you. The next thing you need, obviously, is Napoleon Total War. Now, if you have a disc version, you're going to have to try and emulate what I'm doing, except where your files would be, and hope it works. I'm not sure 100% if it will work. I don't know why I don't even think did they make a disc version of this? I'm sure they did. Anyways, I'm going off Steam. I'm going off what the average Joe will have. You need Napoleon Total War. There is a Steam winter sale going on right now. I think Napoleon's like $7, something like that. So you go ahead, snatch it up. If you've never installed Napoleon before, which is unlikely if you're here on this video, just install it. Start it up once, just get to the main menu, exit it down. You have everything you need, you're ready to go, and skip ahead to where I start unpacking this and putting it into the folders. For everybody else, I'm going to teach you right now how to do the cleanest, freshest install on Napoleon you can possibly do. Because you've installed mods, you know you have, that's why you're here. You're here to play another mod. You have messed with your files, and I don't want you. I do not want a game that has weird files in it. We want a scratch, 100% vanilla Napoleon Total War. And I'm going to teach you how to do that 100%. What you're going to do is, you're going to go to this PC in your file explorers. Most of you, the average Joe, will have it on local disk, unless you told Steam to install it somewhere else like I have. So I'm going to show you both people. Both people may do this. So the average Joe will be on their local disk here that has a little local disk, obviously, in the Microsoft symbol there. You're going to click on this. You're going to go to Program Files 86. And those who do not understand what I'm doing right now, I'm showing you where Steam has put your files. Where is your actual game installed at? And this is where it is. So it's going to go local disk, Program Files 86, Steam, Steam Apps, Common, and say it says Napoleon Total War there for the gist of it. There is your game. That's where it is. For me personally, or for anybody else who installed it to a separate place, you should know where it is. And if you don't, it'll most likely be on another volume or another disk on your computer. You're going to click on the disk where you know it is. You're going to go to Steam Library, Steam Apps, common. And this is where mine is. This is where Napoleon Total War is. And this is where you'll be able to find it. Now, once you found it, and if it's here or there, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to click on it, right click, delete. Delete it, get it out of here. Destroy it. Because if you have any wonky files in there and you press uninstall, it's going to uninstall any files that it doesn't recognize. But those that have been messed with and tampered with, that have been, that aren't changed and it does recognize, it's just going to put those back out. And when you install, it's going to put them back in. It's the exact same file. So if you tampered with it, it's still going to be tampered with. You need to delete it. You need to 100% delete it, get it out of here, just to ensure that we're not spending hours later on to try and figure out what the hell's wrong with you, when you should have done this to begin with. So just right click, delete this, and then we're going to exit out of these file explorers. You're then going to come back to Steam, where you've installed Steam, where you have Steam installed, where you just installed Steam. You're then going to right click on Napoleon. You're going to click uninstall. And you click delete. Now, boom, reinstall, and you have the freshest, most clean vanilla Total War you can, Napoleon Total War at least. And that is 100% what you want. Alright boys, and one quick thing before we go into this. Since you did your fresh install, you need to do one more thing before we start installing this mod. Once you've deleted the file in your program apps, your Steam apps common folder, wherever you put it, once you've deleted that, you then need to press play here. You need to bring it up to the vanilla game and then press exit, because the game creates folders for your first setup, and you need those folders to mod it. So you need to play the game at least once so it can set up the folders and set up your game for you to be able to play it later on. Otherwise, you won't even see the files that you need to use it. So it's very simple. Just, you've done everything right. You're doing a great job. Just click play, go to the main screen, press exit. That's all you need to do. It will do its setup. You'll see the play the game. You can do all your campaigns and stuff. You're just going to click exit. Then you're going to come back to here, and now we're moving on. So now we're going to teach you how to install this mod. We're going to go back to where you installed it, whether as local disk, program files 86, Steam, Steam apps, common, and it says Napoleon Total War there for you, or if it's on a separate disk like it is for me, it is all the same process. Just go to wherever your Napoleon Total War file is for you. Here it is for me. You're going to click on your Napoleon Total War. You're then going to click the file that's called data. Once you're in data, this is all the packs. This is what generates your textures, your maps, blah, blah, blah. This is where the good stuff is. This is what you're changing. And this is where you're going to put the files you just downloaded. Now let's go back to here. Here are the files you just downloaded. Let's drag to desktop. Now once it's here on desktop, you're going to right click it, and it most likely look like books since you downloaded and installed WinRAR. If you did not, there's many tutorials online to show you how to do it. I showed you where to go. You should not have any trouble. The installation process is 100% straightforward. Alright, you're then going to press open with WinRAR, or if you're more familiar with WinRAR, go to extract file, extract here, whatever you want to do. Go to open with WinRAR, and here are all the files that have been compressed into this folder that I was talking about earlier. This is the compressed files. This is the mod in its entirety right there. And this is the game in its entirety right here. We're now going to tamper with and put these files in there to change it. What you need to do first, and this is probably the most complicated, or the second most complicated thing about this entire process. And once you learn how complicated this is, you'll realize just how easy this install process is. You're going to right click in the white space in this folder that's called data. Then you're going to press new folder. Then label it capitalized ACW. Click out, and boom. That's it. That's probably the hardest thing about all this. That is the hardest thing you should have trouble with, really. Then click inside this folder. You're then going to click back to here where WinRAR is. You're going to drag and take all these files. Hold down, move, boom. It's then going to extract all these files into this ACW folder. I like to do this because once we start moving these files into the data folder, if you ever have anything missing or messed up, this is the mod. You have it here for you. Then you're going to take everything. Now, if you're having any troubles or anything else, there is a user guide right here. It is absolutely beautiful. This guy gave you a ridiculous amount of information about his mod. You should have no trouble installing this mod, and there's a full installation instructions inside here. If you ever messed up on anything, you can double check here. If you want to know more about the mod or how to set it up, games, etc., just go here and you have everything for you. Alright. And for anybody who installed the original ACWs, this is different. Please follow me. This is different. That'll read this to see why it's different. So all the prefixes that say ACW right here, you're now going to take all these files, just drag and take these files, boom. Not user script, not the user guide, you don't need those. Once you have all these files grouped like this, you're going to then right click, copy. You're then going to go back to data right here. And then you're going to right click again in this white space and press paste. This has then now pasted the mod into here. You are almost ready to play the game. That is extremely incredible. You are almost ready to play the game. You are the hardest way through it. Now, for those who installed the mod before and those who haven't installed the mod before, you're going to do the same thing, but I'm explaining real quick. So originally you just overwrite the user script and go, but for those who have installed the mod before, that's what you would usually do is what I'm trying to say. Excuse me. But now it's a little different. We have a Boot.pack with this version. And for anybody who hasn't installed, you're still going to get this Boot.pack. It's all the same for everybody. You're then going to scroll down, and this is what's different. You're going to scroll down to, oh, there it is. This Boot.pack. This is the vanilla Boot.pack. See that Boot.pack right there? And this says ACW Boot.pack up there. These guys do not like each other. If you do everything else, but do not do the step that I show you in this video, if you do everything else from here on out and not this step, when you go to click on Napoleon to play it, it will simply not start. It will not post. It will not do anything. You need to just take this Boot.pack, not delete it. If you want to revert back, you want to put this back in here. Just take it, drag it up here, just go back up, and put it into your ACW. This is what I like to do. Now you have your entire mod. If anything ever gets messed up, you can just reinstall. You have the mod right here, and you have the original Boot.pack if you ever want to go back. You need to do that. Anyways, and that's probably the hardest part right there. You're pretty much done. That is it. That is the mod right there. You have just done it. Congratulations. Now we have one more step. And this may be a little interesting. So you should have a view folder up here. A view button up here. You should be able to see this little this bar up here. Go and click view here and make sure hidden items is checked off here. It's because some of the more important files on your computer are hidden by Microsoft because they don't trust you. Rightfully so. You shouldn't trust people. Anyways, click hidden items to make sure you can see all the hidden items on your folder. Now we're going to go to one more place, and this has to do with this user script right here. This user script, you can either take it out and drag it off to the side or copy it, do whatever you want to do. You can do it either way. I'm going to show you either way. You can just right click copy and then go on later, find it, and then paste it into the folder there. You can drag it out here, copy the desktop, then drag it into the folder you want, and then press overwrite. It's all the same thing. So you're essentially doing the same thing. Now, probably the second hardest thing I was talking about to do with this, to install this mod. You're now going to go back to local disk, and this is for everybody. I don't care who you are. This is where it is. Local disk. Unless you installed Steam somewhere else, I'm going off the average Joe. You just follow this so you know where to go. Users. You're then going to click whatever your username is for your computer. This is mine. You're then going to click app data. Now, originally you wouldn't be able to see this. And if you can't see this, that's because you didn't listen to me. You didn't click hidden items here. See, if I do this, boop, it goes hidden. This is what you'll probably see. Boom, now you can see hidden items. Alright, now we're in our app data folder. This is where you're going to click roaming. And this is where you're going to click the creative assembly. The people who create this game. Now you should have all your Total War games should have a separate file inside creative assembly. I don't have any other installed right now because I just made a new computer and this is the only game I have on here right now. But you'll see Napoleon here. This is the file you want. These are some special files for Napoleon. And this user script needs to go into this Napoleon folder. So once you click Napoleon, you're going down to scripts right here. Now you may have a user script here. You may not have a user script here. Regardless of whether you do or not, you have a new one. This is the one you want. You're either going to now click copy, paste if you copied the user script back there like I said you could. Or if you dragged it down here like I did, you can just drag it back into here, move the scripts, and click replace file and destination. Congratulations. You have now installed the game. You are 100% ready to go. Exit out of here. Click here, play. Boom, or click on your desktop and play. And you are ready to go. So if you followed this 100% to the T, you should be able to click play right here. And it should come up with Minion Works, North and South American Civil War Mod 2.5. And then it should post to its main screen here in just 1 second. or I just did this all wrong, taught you how to do this completely wrong. Nope, I'm joking. And boom, here you are. Except you'll hear music. I turn mine off because it's dreadfully annoying. Anyways, you are ready to play the game. Thank you so much for coming and learning to install this mod correctly. Now what you want to do to get games going, if you want to find a community who plays these games all the time, go to the link in the description. There will be a Discord. There'll be my Discord and there'll be the ACW Discord. You want both those Discords? Mainly, you want the ACW Discord. Click on that. Click on the ACW Discord. Go to there and exit out of this real quick. Go to there and then you'll come to here where you can, if you're ever having trouble, you can go into ACW tech support. You can talk to everybody. You can talk about your ancestors. You can talk about miscellaneous. You can get game offers like are going on right here. Or you could go to the ACW mod if you ever need to get back to there and find the original files. How to install videos for the old ones. Mine will be here once it's up, most likely. And the issues and bugs that we already know of, etc., etc., etc. This is your hub. This is what you need to play this game and be up to date with it. Thanks so much for coming along. I hope you all had a great time doing it. If you did have any troubles, either comment down below and I'll help you out. That or come to the Discord. Go down to ACW Tech Support and the mod developer himself or any of us will help you with the mod installation. But if you followed me to a T, there should be nothing wrong. I tried to make this a little bit lengthier so I can explain it in absolute detail. Anyways, I hope I catch you all in a battle, and I'll see you then. Have a great day. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and check out my other videos.